on all? Thanks for tuning in once again. Let's talk heavyweight boxing. So Joseph Parker calls out Dillian Whyte for a rematch. First time they met was 2018. Dillian Whyte survives. It was a very close fight. Both guys got dropped once. Parker went down twice, but the first time was a headbutt. It wasn't from a punch, so that's why I say both got dropped once, legitimately. And it's a great fight for Whyte. Dillian Whyte was meant to fight Joshua, ends up failing the drug test. Similar to the Oscar Rivas situation. No one really knows what really happened. Nobody really touches on what substances it was. How he cleared his name. We don't know that. All we know is that he is back. He's definitely dropped in sales. His last fight wasn't even televised. Wasn't even on the TV. A lot of people struggled to find that fight, but he did get the win. Which was found from a guy that was filming it on his phone. That's the sort of level where Dillian Whyte's gone to. So he needs a comeback fight. He needs something big that's gonna set him up for a Joshua fight. Something in those lines. And this is the perfect opportunity for him, challenging Joseph Parker. Not only has he beaten him the first time, but this will basically line him up for another title shot. This will be for the WBO interim title. So Parker's giving him a huge opportunity here. This is a fight that Whyte needs to take. It doesn't look like Dillian Whyte's getting any better. He's definitely not getting any younger. Where on the other hand, it seems like Parker is getting better. And he's still, very active. Got his 2 best wins, against punches, which is going to be a huge problem for Whyte, because I don't think that Whyte can outbox him. Whyte's a guy that gets tired in the second half, or the later rounds. He tends to get tired. Seemed like he had nothing left after he got dropped. He also, he can't really bounce back up after taking punishment. He's not a guy like Tyson Fury who's going to get up from the canvas and win the fight. There is no getting up for Whyte. Once he gets hurt, that's it. And Parker's done him a favor here. He's taken out the big punches of the division, Whyte and Zhang and Wilder. And Dillian Whyte's basically getting a front row ticket on getting a title shot. At least getting an attempt on it. He's getting a great fight here in Parker, because Parker, he's not really a heavy puncher. But that being said, second half of the fight he can definitely do damage. He has been throwing a lot of uppercuts. He dropped Chisora with an uppercut. His last couple of fights he's been throwing uppercuts. Dropped another contender with an uppercut. And that's Dillian Whyte's kryptonite. That's the punch that really takes him out. Tyson Fury, Rivas dropped him with the uppercut. Let's not forget Povetkin, dropping him with an uppercut, ending the fight. So Dillian Whyte, I believe, it's going to be a very hard fight for him this time around, because he has been inactive. It doesn't seem like he is getting any better. The Tyson Fury loss was shocking. He wasn't in the fight at all. And, this is from being mandatory, screaming for a title shot. He just didn't have it. And I think this version of Parker with Andy Lee, I don't think that Dillian Whyte's plan of muscling Parker and roughing him up and coming forward, I don't think that's going to work against this version of Parker. Because he has, managed to beat guys that are front foot heavy, guys like Zhang. Joyce, did break him down coming forward, but that was when Parker was a bit heavier. I believe he now has the right balance for what he needs to do, to get the job done in terms of weights, in terms of strategy. He needs to fight his fight, and the perfect one, that's going to position him to come up with a great strategy is Andy Lee. He's also got Tyson Fury there, that can help him. Fury's fought Whyte, knocked him out with an uppercut. So, I'm expecting Parker to knock out Whyte, in this rematch if it goes ahead. For Dillian Whyte, he has to knock him out early. If he wants to win, he has to, land that signature punch which dropped him last time, which was the short hook. He needs to land that one. If he can't land that one, then there's no chance of really dropping Parker with the chin that he has. So in other words, he needs to fight deep inside the pocket, turn it into a brawl, just make sure that he's pressing Parker, holding him, things like that. It's going to be tough for him to do that though. Like I said, Andy Lee in the corner, having the confidence of beating Zhang and Wilder, coming off 2 big wins. It's a very hard task for Whyte, but at the same time, like I said, Parker's not too heavy-handed, so it's a good opportunity for Whyte, to really train hard, prepare himself, for the biggest fight of his career. And I think, that he can definitely get it done. But it's going to be very hard, to put Parker down. So I'm picking Joseph Parker in this one. I think that, the kryptonite's there, the lead uppercut. I just think that that's the shot that's going to take out Whyte every time. And I think that's what he will do. I think that he will land that uppercut and drop him round 6 knockout. That's my prediction anyway. Leave yours. Let me know what you think of it. Does Whyte have a chance? And look forward to the comments. Take care. Peace.